Hi guys, so I just removed the previous work I did on my hand, and I just got her ready for a new set. And the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna show you what I do so that the form papers, the sticky forms stay on the fingers while you're working on her, on the hand. And I've seen people use clear tape. I tried to use clear tape. I didn't like it, but this is the best. I think it's called a masking tape. It has a little fur from my towel, but I think it's just masking tape, okay? And it's super easy to use. You don't have to worry about cutting it or anything. It's paper tape, basically. So you just grab a little piece, cut it with your hand, wrap it around close to the cuticle but not covering it, and enough for the tape to cover. Let me show you from side to side, because tape does not stick to the silicone, so you have to make sure the tape goes all around and connects with the tape, because these could easily fall off. They won't, but they can. That might be a little bit too north. We'll try this one, see how high up they are. There's a lot of little hairs everywhere. Let me remove that. That's just from my dog. My dog sheds so many hairs, and no matter how much I sweep, oops, I might need another extra piece there, because that's gonna fall off right there. So I'll just, all right, voila, there. My hand is ready for the forms. So now I'm gonna grab the forms. Here we go, forms, the forms. I ran out of my usual forms, which are these gold color forms that I buy on Amazon, and they're one of the most affordable forms. They're small. They're like a round shape. I like those. They're affordable. They're great for practicing. And but I ran out, so I'm gonna use these forms, which I don't really like a lot. So I just do this. I'm just gonna grab a little pinky. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put her straight here. Once I got her in position, here, hold on. I want her to go a little bit straighter up in the air. It's a little hard here because there's no real nail there underneath. There we go. Nope, nope, no, no. That's going a little too high. This one's a little tricky. Here we go. Because there's no, there we go. There. Now the form is really the reason it's holding on to the finger, it's because it's holding on to it itself, because you glued these two parts together, and then it's holding on to this tape. Now I prefer, in real life, you want to put, some people prefer to put all the forms on the whole hand and then progress. Sometimes it's good because with this hand, because it's moving so much, sometimes if you go ahead and put all your forms while you're practicing, they can move around and they can start falling off. So that's just something to consider, when you're doing this. You see like how it's leaning here? It's gonna move. It's gonna move. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all on and hope for the best, and hope that, they're not gonna fall off. You see how I said this one might be a little too high? Now you see why, because I also like to press it all the way down. That way, it's not in the way later on. You'll see what I mean with the brush. Sometimes when they stick out, you just have to remember when you're doing a practice hand, it's not like a real hand, in the sense that a real hand, you could kind of move it more around and the client is holding her own hand. It's not, you're not holding the whole weight of this hand, you know. So that's a thing that you need to get used to when you're practicing with these hands, is you're going to be holding on to it. Now I do have the clip for this, but sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. The only reason I don't like, what I like about it is that it holds on its own weight, right? But what I don't like about it is that it's, you know, you can't really maneuver the hand. You're going to be moving those fingers in odd directions and they just get, you know, all over the place. Okay. The other thing you might notice is I'm hanging the hand here because I don't want to put her here, because then the bottom of the forms will lean against the table and then move them out of place. And like I said, this is not like real fingers. So just know that, yeah, it's a little bit more of a hassle when you're practicing with the hand, but it is easier, well, in some instances. It might be a little easier when you have real people that you're practicing with. All right. There. And that's how I apply my forms for my practice hands. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, and if you have different tips, different ways you do this, some way that's faster that you could practice, please share it in the comments. I look forward to seeing your comments, your suggestions, your tips, and your questions. Thanks so much for watching. The next video, I am gonna do a set.